10th standard Civics 5th lesson India's international relations. That is how India is having relationship with the other countries in the worldwide. That is what we are going to see in this lesson. India has been active in cooperating and coordinating with other nations for peace and economic development. Our former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru said that we can neither be absolutely dependent or independent, but we live in a world of interdependence. It means we can be dependent fully on others or independent from others, but we have to be interdependent on each other. This was said by our former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. India is surrounded by many neighbouring countries with whom she has tried to maintain friendly and good neighbourly relations. So India is surrounded by many countries, but though it has relationship with all the neighbouring countries and also international countries. India and its neighbors. India's position is unique in its neighborhood. So now we'll see what are the countries or neighboring countries of India. That is Pakistan and Afghanistan to the northeast, China, Nepal to Bhutan to the north, Bangladesh to the east, Myanmar to the far east, Sri Lanka and Maldives are two countries lie close to India, separated by the Indian Ocean. So India has cordial relationship on the fields of historical, religious, economic, ethnic and linguistic relationship with all these countries. Now we are going to see about India and Afghanistan relationship. Indo-Afghan relations was strengthened by the Strategic Partnership Agreement, that is SPA. SPA provides assistance to rebuild Afghan's infrastructure, institutions, agriculture, water, education, health, and providing duty-free access to the Indian market. So, India helped Afghans in the construction of Salma Dam in the Herat province. Herat, Herat is the name of the place. So, India helped to construct the dam. The dam is Salma Dam in the Herat province. India announced 500 scholarship for the children of the martyrs for getting education in India and Afghanistan. And also India is supporting to improve its public health and small scale industries. Now India and Bangladesh. India was the first nation to acknowledge Bangladesh as an independent country. Bangladesh, formerly it was known as East Pakistan. India and Bangladesh share the longest land boundary of 4,096.7 kilometers. India has plans to implement the proposed rail connectivity between Agartala, that is in India, and Akaura from Bangladesh. So India proposed to rail connectivity between the Agartala and Akura between India and Bangladesh. The Faraka Dam constructed to share the Ganga waters was signed in 1977 is a historic agreement. India and Bangladesh share 54 common rivers. The Government of India provides grants assistance to Bangladesh for the construction of buildings, laboratories, dispensaries and tube wells. And also India is providing ICCR scholarship to the Bangladesh students who are studying in India. ICCR, it means Indian Council for Cultural Relationship. Through that, India is providing loan assistance or scholarship to the Bangladesh students who are studying in India. Now we are going to see about India and Bhutan. How India is having relationship with Bhutan. Bhutan is a Himalayan kingdom, small Himalayan kingdom. It is known as the land of thunderbolt. It is one of the poorest countries in the world wide. Then the diplomatic relationship between India and Bhutan were established in 1968. That Bhutan is highly dependent on India. India declared the bilateral trade, which is called as B2B, that is Bharat to Bhutan or India to Bhutan. Then India is providing scholarship to the Bhutanese, those who are studying in India, and also India set up a library in the Bhutan. Then the hydropower sector represents one of the main indicators of the bilateral cooperation between India and Bhutan. So far, Government of India constructed 3 hydroelectricity projects in Bhutan, that is Chukka, Karichuchu and Tala, that is name of the place. Chukka, CHUKHA, Chukka, Kurichuchu, KURICHCHU, Kurichuchu, and Tala, TALA, Tala is the name of the places in Bhutan. So Government of India provided loan to construct the hydroelectricity projects in Bhutan, and also telecommunication and in the constructions of hospitals, roads, bridges, all government provided loan to the Bhutan. Now we are going to see about India and China, how India is having relationship with China. That is what we are going to see about this topic. India and China have the same view in the different fields like World Trade Organization, international climate change talks, and reforms of the World Bank. Shanghai Cooperation Organization gave the observer status to India. So to the China, SAARC gave observer status. India and China have signed an educational exchange program. Under this agreement, scholarships are awarded to 25 students from both the countries in the recognized institution for the higher learning or higher studies. Now, India and Maldives. Maldives is located south of Lakshadweep Islands in the Indian Ocean. Trade and tourism are being developed between the two countries. So each country, that is India and Maldives, giving importance for the trade and tourism. Both the countries have agreed to strengthen cooperation to develop maritime security in the Indian Ocean region. Now we are going to see about India and Myanmar. India's second largest border is shared with Myanmar. India's second largest border is with Myanmar. 4 northeastern Indian states like Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram share their borders with Myanmar. Myanmar is India's gateway to Southeast Asia. India is building the Kaladan multimodal transport system to link with Kolkata to Sittwe, Sittwe, Sittwe in Myanmar. So, Kaladan multimodal transit transport is linked with Kolkata to Myanmar, that is to Sittwe. Sittwe is the name of the place which is in Myanmar. So, Kolkata to Sittwe connected with the help of Kaladan multimodal transit transport. Myanmar is an important partner in our energy needs for petroleum and natural gas. Some of the Indian companies such as SR, GAIL, GAIL and ONGC Vitesh Limited have invested in Myanmar's energy sector. So, Indian companies SR, GAIL and ONGC Vitesh Limited invested in the Myanmar. Now we are going to see about India and Nepal, how India is having relationship with Nepal. Nepal is a natural buffer between, it means natural link between India and China. Being a small landlocked country, that is landlocked country, it means surrounded by land. So being a small landlocked country, Nepal depends on India for economic support and transit facilities. Nepal shares a border in 5 Indian states, that is Sikkim, West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and Jharkhand. So these are the states have the border of Nepal. Indian firms are the biggest investors in Nepal. India provides financial and technical assistance to Nepal in way of infrastructure facilities, irrigation, health, energy projects and community development. India built 204 kilometer long Mahendra Raj Marg, that is Mahendra Raj way to link Kathmandu and India. So through the Mahendra Raj Marg to Kathmandu, India linked with Nepal for 204 kilometer. Nepali and Indian people visit each other countries for religious pilgrimage, like Pasupati and Janakpur are the traditional centers in Nepal, whereas in India, Varanasi and other 4 pilgrimage sites like Badrinath, Puri, Dwaraka and Rameshwaram. So from India, Varanasi, Badrinath, Puri, Dwaraka, Rameshwaram are the pilgrimage sites in India. So Nepal people used to visit in our country for the worship of these places, and our Indians used to go to the worship of Pasupati and Janakpur, which is in the Nepal country. And Government of India and Nepal have signed 3 sister city agreements like Kathmandu and Varanasi. Kathmandu from Nepal, Varanasi from India. Then Lumbini from Nepal and Bodh Gaya from India. Lumbini, Bodh Gaya and Janakpur, Ayodhya. So Janakpur from Nepal and Ayodhya from India. So these are the agreement. These agreements between these places, which is called as 3 sister city agreements, India and Nepal have signed. India and Pakistan. The cross-border firing between India and Pakistan and the terrorist attacks combined have taken its toll on the Kashmiris. The Kashmiris suffered poor living standards and an erosion of effect of human rights. So the Kashmiri people, because of the Indian Pakistan problems, the Kashmiri people are suffering due to the human rights problems. Kashmir is the bone of the problem between India and Pakistan, which has brought the two countries into open clash many times. Cross-border terrorism is a major problem. India tried to bring positive change in the relationship of the two countries through bilateral agreements such as Shimla Agreement and Lahore Declaration. So Shimla Agreement and Lahore Declaration have signed by India and Pakistan to maintain the friendly relationship. To create this agreement for maintaining the friendly relationship among the two countries. Now India and Sri Lanka. India has cultural and historical and religious ties with Sri Lanka, separated by the narrow stretch of Park Strait. India and Sri Lanka have shared excellent trade relations. India and Sri Lanka has traditionally close to each other. India is among top investors in Sri Lanka and its investments are in diverse areas like petroleum, retail, IT, real estate, telecommunication and tourism. And also the Sri Lankan investment in India include Brandix, government city in Vishakhapatnam, MAS Holdings, John Keels and Hayleys, Hayleys, etc. So India is investing in Sri Lanka and Sri Lanka is investing in India.